Okay, little bit of a different kind of video today. No real intro or pre-trip because I had to run to our secondary site to grab the truck that I'm going to be using today. Today I'll be doing some city route, which is like local deliveries, and then also thoroughbred that I'm supposed to do. I wasn't able to do any this week, so today I'm doing the thoroughbred that I was supposed to do, Thursday, plus some extra stuff. So it'll be a lot of variety today. My first stop is delivering some oxygen and nitrous. Then I'm going to another place to deliver another oxygen. Then I get to deliver liquid nitrogen, which is one of my favorite things to deliver, because I had to take it's called a Dewar. I believe it's Dewer. It's essentially a gigantic liquid nitrogen tank that I put a hose onto, and then I will essentially pour the liquid nitrogen from out of the Dewar into their storage container and then return it. Anyways, I'm gonna go get a forklift and stuff ready, and then I'll see you guys when I'm done loading my truck. See here, they got 1 nitrous oxide and 4 oxygens. I wonder if my lift gate is not being powered properly. Because if I can't get this lift gate to work, I'm screwed. Where's my lift gate battery? I think it's behind this. Not that I necessarily need my lift gate for these deliveries. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna make this delivery first. Oh, before I go in, I should probably grab at least some. The more important one to grab is the nitrous oxide, because it's the one that's important that people don't huff. Hello, here to make a delivery of gas. Okay. I've got 2 more oxygens on my truck. I just don't have a cart to carry it with. Perfect. Which ones are empty and which ones are full? Because I've got 4 oxygens and 1.
I think all of those.
All of these?
Yeah, with no like production like I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. Then I will take 1 empty nitrous, and then I'll bring you, and I'll take 4 empty oxygen, and bring you back 2 more full oxygens. They have carts for me to take, but I forgot it, so this is on me. I made this bed. Okay. Oh no. 3 points of contact. Please don't go anywhere. So it appears the oxygens are made of aluminum and the nitrous is made of steel. Because these are light as hell. And the nitrous is not so light. The pins are in, so this isn't going anywhere, but it's still scary that it wobbles like that. I've got propane on this bad boy. Class 2 flammable gas. And although yes, dangerous is true, that's class 3. That's a class 3 flammable, which is a flammable liquid. Although, technically the propane is liquefied. Technically it is, but it's liquid in the sense that it's liquid in the sense that it's liquid inside the container, but under normal pressure, petroleum gas or propane is a gas. So it itself is marked as gas on the actual cylinders. Okay. All right, well, that's it for this stuff. So I'll see you guys at the next one. Okay, so I've made it to my next stop. My next stop happens to be 2 stops at the same place, just different suites. One for liquid nitrogen and one for the oxygen tote. I will not be bringing you guys inside because it is a hospital and there's various things that I don't want. You know, it's you know, like HIPAA and all sorts of stuff. I just don't want my microphone or my camera to overhear something that is, you know, confidential between a patient and their doctor. And I mean, it's one thing if I hear it, there's no reason why I should be able to hear it. And if I can't hear it, then the microphone probably can't either. But I'm gonna play it safe. I'm not going to record while I'm in there. But when I leave with it, because I had to pick up a liquid nitrogen Dewar, when I leave with it, I will record me filling it up so you guys can see that process. But I will not be recording inside of the hospital. Okay. Also, I was able to get this thing fixed. Which is nice. I don't know what was the problem, but I just every single switch that I found, I would just flip it and try, and then eventually I found a master switch. Oh, I forgot the one in here doesn't work. Yeah, I just kept trying different switches, and eventually it worked. Ugh. All right. This is where the real fun begins. Oh. So some places have different Dewars. So they have ones that have like nozzles where you can actually like retrieve the liquid from something other than just an open cap. This style, they have a metal like ladle almost. They scoop the liquid nitrogen out with. Okay, so up here, there's a ton of different things, right? There's the gas use, liquid, vent. There's a pressure builder over here if the pressure's too low. This one is set to 22 PSI. It looks like it's maybe at like 15, which isn't great, but you know, it is what it is. Let me turn those down so you can actually see the liquid nitrogen. So I'm gonna open up the, all right, and now it's shooting out straight liquid. And then I just kind of fill her up. Normally I'd have a cart for this. I forgot the little hand cart because I'm a big dummy. And I was kind of in a rush this morning. I had to fill this whole entire Dewar up just for this right here. All right. And as you can see, it's kind of bubbling over. Yeah, liquid nitrogen is cool. Now you shake it off. My fellas know what I mean. All right, and then we put this bad boy back in. I gotta put it in slowly. Well, man, did this really fill up? I mean, it did, but it's just not very heavy. Granted, I think this holds only 10 pounds. Yeah, because it's super big, but it only holds 10 pounds of CO2 because a lot of that space is insulation. So, or 10 pounds of CO2. I'm freaking dummy. 10 pounds of liquid nitrogen. And boom, done. I wish I could do more, but I only got one stop. My next stop is propane. And propane accessories. Well, by propane accessories, I'm not actually doing any propane accessories, just straight up propane. Okay, well, that's it for this stop. So I will, I'll see you guys when I get to my propane delivery. Let's do some propane. Luckily, propane is one of the easier ones. And this one especially, because there's a truck right there. I can't exactly maneuver around and do what I normally would do. It's okay. I can't believe I got an entire, this is ridiculous. An entire liquid Dewar for 10 pounds of liquid nitrogen, 28 cylinders of propane for a grand total of 5. So, with propane, normally you can look at a gauge and see if they're full or empty, but the gauges don't work very often. So with propane, because the cylinders are made of aluminum, when they're empty, they're very light. So simply by picking it up, you can tell if they're full. I'm not even gonna go all the way up. Oh yeah, my last stop I picked up 2 cradles, which is what these are. 12 T cylinders, all connected via a manifold to come out of one nozzle. It's kind of like, think of a T as a double A, and this is like a battery pack. You know, they're called cradles, but some people call them packs. Around at my work, we call them 12 packs. I don't know if that's common or if that's just how AWG refers to them. Carrying them the distance that I have to carry them will help me practice for my PT test. Spread drag carry, baby. That's full. Empty. Put the full one right here. Okay. I tell you what, one of my stops on Wednesday, I had to roll cylinders through a frozen swamp straight out of a Dark Souls or a Souls-like game. It was nothing but pure ice. It was ice. It was a mixture of ice, snow, gravel, and gravel dirt, which it was not ideal. We love and appreciate you. Okay, let's go get paperwork done. Oh no. I gotta get fuel before I do anything. Anyways, I'm gonna drive to Newcastle, the Rural King there, and then the Tractor Supply. I'm not excited for the Tractor Supply, but hey. I don't know, with how the day is going, I'm hoping, because so far it's been going pretty good, I'm hoping that it's a good delivery. Okay, I made it to my stop at Rural King. Who's to know if they'll even accept me? You know, only time will tell. I'm not quite at Rural King yet. I mean, I literally just passed Rural King, so they're behind me. I gotta turn around and back up to their cages. The cool thing about thoroughbred stops is that there's no real like delivery quota or like or time thing. Like they of course track the amount of time it takes me to make the stop for efficiency's sake, but when it comes to thoroughbred, there's just like sometimes the stops are just long. There's nothing you can do about it. So I'm not in any kind of rush, and my boss doesn't rush me either, so that's always nice. This is going to be a very interesting gig because it's a lot different than most things are that we do. So for most stops, they place an order, like for example, that hospital, or not the hospital, the dentist office. They ordered 4 oxygen EMs, which is oxygen is the gas, E is the size, and M is for medical. So it's a medical size for the gas. And then they also ordered a nitrous oxide EM, same size, just a different gas. Those are the like tall skinny aluminum ones. That's what an EM is. Or that's what an E is. M is medical. So, I mean, but for thoroughbred, it's a bit different. For thoroughbred, I make my deliveries, and as you've seen on the back of my truck, I just kind of grab skids of stuff, and like I take them to the stops on my list, and I see what they have, what they need, what I have, and what I can give them, and then I just give them. I fill any gaps that they have that I can fill. So, like for example, if the Rural King is like, hey, I want to have 6 oxygen 3s, which are, you know, they're you know, a smaller size cylinder. If they say they want 6 oxygen 3s and they only have 2 full ones, but they have 4 empties, then I'll take the empties and give them 4 full ones. And then that's how that works. And then I just do that for every gas they hold. Thoroughbred handles exclusively shielding gas, so argon and carbon dioxide mixes. So exclusively shielding gases, and then also they handle oxygen, which is also for welding. It's essentially like just normal welding gases. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my landing gear. Oh, there's, why is the backup camera down there? The big dummies? No wonder it's so freaking dirty. So, the things that I grabbed, because I only grabbed about 5 skids of thoroughbred, or maybe 6. 5, no, 7. 7 skids of thoroughbred. So I grabbed acetylene 1s, 2s, 3s, mixed 3s, mixed 4s, oxygen 3s, 4s, and 5s. So I have those are the 3s and 4s are the biggest movers because they're the most reasonably priced for a large amount of gas. Okay, I don't need anything out of my truck, except I am going to turn it off and then lock it. Now they need to go unlock the cages for me. No propane, so I guess just this cage is fine.
Just this cage?
Yeah.
Ready. You just lock it when you're done?
I absolutely will.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. And okay, so a cool thing about thoroughbred that I kind of like, but is also kind of annoying. These orange caps means that they're full. So if it has an orange cap, it's full. So I don't really have to. There's no real guesswork involved. So good enough to hold that door open. Oh Jesus! They now need to throw that open. Okay, and then as far as acetylene goes, I don't got any acetylene 4s, but neither do I. That sucks. That really does suck. But I can replace some of their acetylene 3s and 2s and 1s, so they should be happy with that at least. And then mix. They've got no mix 4s or mix 3s that are filled. Okay, that's fine. I can turn my truck back on now. I just wanted to leave it off and locked, because you can never really tell how long you're gonna be in there, because we unfortunately make thoroughbred deliveries not very often. Okay, and since I'm gonna be working outside for a while, I'm gonna put on my face mask to keep my nose warm. First things first, the first thing we have to do is we have to write down their desired inventory. That is the guidelines. Now, everything is even exchange, so you might see it come into play. This is their desired inventory. So the desired inventory is 8 AC1s, 2 AC2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, 8 O1s. That looks like a 2, 5, 7, and 3. And then for mixes, it's 4, 4, 3, 3, 0, 0 argon 1s, 1 argon 2, and then zeros all the way down. Now, I've got the paperwork done, but it's not done, but I've got it figured out for right now. So now the next step is to figure out what I'm gonna give them. And that's based on what I have. So I have mixed 3s, mixed 4s, O1, O3, 4s, and 5s, and AC 1 through 3s. So this is an acetylene 3, so I can give them this. I can give them this. Give them this. So yeah, and now I just kind of pick up all their cylinders, determine what I can give them, and then I'll organize it outside and give them what I can. It's pretty easy. What the hell is this? Let's see here. It's shorter, but it has the neck ring. Wait, that is not an acetylene, or is it? Oh no, wait. Or is that not an acetylene? My confusion is stemming from the 2 different nozzles on these acetylenes. Whatever, they're both acetylene 3s. I don't want to be too picky. Acetylene is based on weight anyways. It's the amount of poundage in there. Gonna ignore all these small ones. So, another thing, for example, those 2 AC4s, those are considered unacceptable because they are not blue. The largest sizes of any gas have to be blue. So, that is for oxygen 5s and 6s, shielding gas 5s and 6s, argon 5s and 6s, and acetylene 4s. No orange cap means it's empty. Oh man, this weather is atrocious for this. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna take care of all this, and I'll come back to you guys once I get it all organized. Okay, so this is my royal procession of gas. So the thing is that I need caps. So I don't have caps to sell them. Because I don't have any caps to sell them, I will just be cheating and stealing the caps off of the ones that I'm giving them. That's so inconvenient. So the reason why I have the AC 1s and 2s up here is because when I go to transfer them, it'll be a 1-for-1 exchange. I'll pull one out and put one in its place. So I'm gonna do that first. But before I do that, I'm gonna do the paperwork. So what I have out is what I'm gonna write in the contents delivered and empty. Yeah, contents delivered, sorry. So I've got 7 AC1s, 1 AC2, 3 AC3s, 0 AC4s, 0 O1s, 0 O2s, 7 O3s, yes, 1 O4 and 1 O5. Shielding gas, 0, 0, 3 mixed 3s and 3 mixed 4s. Okay. Uh-oh. And now I give them their gas. So first and foremost, I'm going to start with the acetylene and get it off here. Jesus. It's a mess back here. Yeah, so I am equipped with blue neck rings because if we receive one that looks like this, even though it's technically acceptable, we still have to get it spray painted blue so that Thoroughbred keeps it. Oh my God, I'm gonna die up here. No! I keep getting text messages. I don't know if I gotta take one anyways. Okay, now I take this back to the 2s. Who keeps texting me? Jimmy's texting me. Acetylene's taken care of, well, for the most part. Now I need to grab acetylene. 3 AC3s, 3 mixed 3s, 3 mixed 4s. Oh, I'm gonna grab the mixed 3s first. The DOT is nothing but a hassle to us truck drivers because it hasn't really helped me do anything. They've only ever been in my way, if I'm being completely honest. See, normally I can roll 2 cylinders, but in this situation, not really. I mean, I still can, but it's not very easy. So all of these freaking skids are... I don't know if it's the skids or this trailer that sucks. Probably a mixture of both, to be honest. Okay, I'm just gonna be rolling cylinders back and forth, so I'll see you guys when I get done. Oh, Jesus Christ, as you can see, it's now dark outside. I was finally able to get this done. Well, I say done. Okay, no PO. 71370010033000000. Now all I need is a signature and I can leave. I need a signature for thoroughbred. Top right. Top right. Up here? Yep. I mean, yeah. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna give you a copy. Whoever's in charge of like inventory or whatever, that's who you give the yellow copy to.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate your business.
Not a problem. Grade for day.
You told me.
Day one.
I'm gonna try. Have a good weekend. Okay. Let's freaking leave. Where are my truck keys? There they are. I just want to be warm. That's all I want, is to be warm. Is that so much to ask for? How long was I here? 2 hours. I'm guessing 2 hours. An hour and a half. That's not even that long. I guess it's a long time to make for one stop, but thoroughbred. There's a reason why when we do thoroughbred, and that's like what we're doing all day, there's only 4 stops, because each stop can take upwards of 2 hours to do. I finally made it back to the lot. Oh, it's cold. I've got my camera connected to its little detachable thing because it's almost dead. Look at this park job. I had to back into this spot too. Now, I've got some things I gotta look through. Not look through. I've still got, obviously I've got my, I gotta get my truck all situated and get all my stuff out of it, even though I'm using this truck on Monday. I think it was Monday? Come on, give me this handle. So, I need to make sure of a few things. I had to cut a few straps, so I gotta clean those out. Make sure nothing's rolling around back here. Everything appears to be secured as it was. I only got to do 1 thoroughbred stop. I also didn't bring oxygen 4s. I thought I did. I did not. The straps that I had to cut. There's this big hunkin' there's this strap that I cut because I couldn't get to it. Or I couldn't use it. I couldn't open it. I couldn't open it because this part was right here. So you couldn't really, I couldn't maneuver it because of this solid metal wall, you know, as metal walls tend to be. I cut this strap as well because the ratcheting mechanism was broken. It would not loosen for anything. So, you gotta do what you gotta do. It sucks, but such is life. See, this kind of like this truck would be perfect to do thoroughbred if I had thoroughbred all day, but I had so much other stuff to do. Oh my God. This cold steel frame with ice all over it. Okay, that lives down there now. Jesus Christ. Okay, that taken care of. 3 points of contact. All right, well, that's it for this video. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike the video. I've been Ben, and I've been on the road. I'll see you in the next one.